Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to Plant and Alien here on YouTube. I'm Weird Little Alien. If you comment down below, use the hashtag Tripping with Aliens because that's me, Tripping with Aliens. Okay, so if you clicked on this video, then you most likely you do know what this is about. It is Riverdale, and it entails Riverdale and the Gargoyle King and the Black Hood Impostor. And why I use air quotes is because, is it how? Who knows? We're going to dive into that because I have a little sneak peek of something that I caught while rewatching the scene where Betty was getting attacked at school. Because the sound, like, you'll see. So, okay, let's first get into my possible, sorry, that's my roommate, my possible Gargoyle King people, like who I think is the Gargoyle King. Which doesn't have to be a girl. I mean, doesn't have to be only a guy. It can be a girl too. Let's just remember that. And so, with that being said, I did not put these in any kind of order, but maybe my subconscious did. I don't know. But with that being said, my first one is Evelyn Evernever. We all know her, right? You know, the girl who pretended to be 17, you know, a junior in high school, but is really 26, and married to Edgar, not actually his daughter, who's really creepy also, and always around, and you never hear her sneak up on you, and she's into weird shit, and, you know, she's part of a cult. She runs a cult. She helps recruit people for the cult. She appeared also in the same episode as the Gargoyle King, which could be coincidence, but also could mean something, because I know what Riverdale writers, they tend to try and push you in a certain way and steer you away from the actual path we should be going on, and I'm like, no, this is obvious, but this isn't so obvious. So I look at the things that aren't so obvious, but also things that are obvious, which I'll get into. So, I mean, if Evelyn turned out to be the Gargoyle King, that would be fucking epic. Like, could you imagine a girl being, like, even if it's not Evelyn, if it's another girl, oh my god, that'd be so fucking cool. Because, like, oh, like, ooh, that'd be so fucking cool. Like, oh my god, a girl being the Gargoyle King, it'd be like, fuck yeah, it could be a girl. Because if you think about it, all the villains have been guys so far. So where's my girl villain? Besides Penny. I mean, what are you laughing at?
Maleficent.
I love Maleficent.
There you go.
They're making number 2. No, I'm talking about in Riverdale.
In Riverdale?
We do have Penny Peabody, you know, of course, but, like, she's not, like, a main villain. She, you know, like, she's here and there. But, bitch, you won't die. Like, that bitch, just go away. But, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Evelyn is definitely a contender in my book. I mean, it's probably not going to be her, let's be honest. It's not going to be a girl because, I mean, okay, now we remember a year prior to Kurtz, who's now dead, by the Gargoyle King, a year prior to him getting his tattoo, a guy with an older gentleman with sandy blonde hair and blue eyes came in to get the exact set of symbols on their back. So, that leads you to believe that whoever the Gargoyle King is this guy with sandy blonde hair and blue eyes. However, if you are said Gargoyle King, do you really need to have those symbols on your back? Or do your followers need to have the symbols on their back? And having those symbols usually mean sacrifice, don't they? So why would the Gargoyle King put it on him? I mean, I don't know. When I look at it, it's like, yes, okay, that's probably the Gargoyle King. We're looking for someone who has sandy blonde hair, blue eyes. But then again, it's like, that's so easy. I mean, yeah, because I looked up Riverdale characters, and there's no one that fits that description except for the ones I'm going to say. So, like, you couldn't even, like, surprise us. Like, it has to be someone we know. So, it makes me think that maybe it's not someone with sandy blonde hair and blue eyes. That maybe that's just a person who got a tattoo. You know, that maybe it's actually someone else entirely. Because why would the writer, sorry, put that back. Why would the writers make it that easy? Like, oh, this person has, and why does, and that doesn't necessarily mean that this person is the Gargoyle King just because he got the tattoos, you know? Because I don't know, that's just what I think. So that's something to think about. So the next person on my list, which fits into the description of blonde hair, blue eyes, is Edgar Evernever, who also, he appeared in episode 16, which was later than episode 2, but we heard about him continuously, so it's not like he wasn't there, he just wasn't seen, but he was heard about. So he is a contender, and even though he didn't have the tattoos on his back, or anywhere on him, it does not mean that he is not the Gargoyle King, because we cannot forget that the Gargoyle King and Edgar have a lot of the same principles that I talked about in my last video about how, you'll ascend and about how it has a bunch of followers, like, like a cult would. But, I totally lost my train. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, you can't forget also that Betty played right into Edgar's hands. Now, okay, Betty might have her own, scheme or whatever, but Betty played right into Edgar's hands. Because isn't it odd that the Gargoyle King lured Betty away from prom, only to be attacked by the Black Hood? And where did she go? But the farm. Well, Sisters of Quiet Mercy, known as the farm, / where the cult leader lives, / and his followers. But she went there to her mom, and who was there behind them to offer safety? But Edgar Evernever. And what has he wanted all along? For Betty to be part of the farm. So it's not a coincidence that this happened and led Betty right into his arms. Oh, I'll protect you. I'll protect both of you. I'm sure you will, Edgar. I'm sure you will. See, that's another thing. That whole thing happening leads into her following into his hands and him getting what he wants, which is Betty. But I'm not saying Betty, of course, is automatically like Team Edgar, Team Farm, but he got what he wanted in this moment. And that's a little odd. That's suspicious, dude. I mean, I don't know. The Gargoyle King and Edgar do seem to be kind of like the same people. They very are those powerful people. I mean, of course, the Gargoyle King doesn't say anything and it just stands there. But I mean, they do seem to have a lot of similarities between them and stuff. And I mean, the farm / cult and the Gargoyle King and his gargoyles kind of match up in a way. I mean, they are different, but they also match up. But it could have nothing, because I mean, the farm and Gargoyle King came into play at the same time, which makes you think it has to have a connection. But at the end of the day, it also could have no connection at all. And maybe that's what's going to surprise us, which I would be thoroughly surprised if the Gargoyle King was not connected to the farm at all, which, I'll say. Which I do want to read something, because, I got some comments on my last video, and I wanted to read something because I thought it was really interesting what this person said. So I'm going to read it real quick, and I hope this person does not mind me saying their name. Well, shit, maybe. Okay, well, you'll see the comment anyways if you looked, so I don't think they would, and I'm probably going to say it wrong. Nalia. Sorry. Okay. She said, "How did Jug know Betty was in there? She was quiet, and then Jug knocked and said, 'Betty, it's Jug.' Theory. What if Jug is being brainwashed at G&G and he wants to ascend, so he somehow knew the fake Black Hood definitely wasn't Hal, tried to attack her, and was all part of completing the quest?" So that was Nalia's theory. That is not mine, that is hers. She has full credit of that. I did not think of that. But it intrigued me because it is true. Now, of course, we know Jughead went looking for Betty, which I'm surprised Archie and Veronica didn't as well. That was a little odd that they didn't as well, because that would be something that they would do together. But okay. So yeah, I knew, of course, Jughead's gonna go looking for Betty, but when Jughead found Betty, she was quiet. And why would that be the place of all places to look? Like, I don't understand. And how you literally came right after the Black Hood left. So you're telling me you didn't see anyone? Now, I'm not saying Jughead is like oh my god, what if Jughead, oh my god, no. Like, what if Jughead is like drinking the Kool-Aid? Like, what if he is? What if he's unintentionally doing things for the Gargoyle King? Like, maybe, like, you remember way back in the beginning of the season, when Archie was like in was in, what's it called? Was in, detention camp, whatever, prison, whatever. Whenever he was in there, Jughead really got into the game and started kind of losing his mind. So what if, ever since then, Jughead's still been like that, except he's normal. Like, he's portraying his normal self, but then he's doing things unintentionally for this Gargoyle King because he's somehow being controlled or influenced. I don't know. I think that's really interesting because it is true. Like, she was quiet in that room, so why would he think to look there first? Like, I know, like, that's where he used to live at one point, and I know that's where the principal back in the day was found, but also at the same time, like, why there of all places? It just doesn't make sense. And how did he not see the Black Hood? You're telling me, again, no one saw the Black Hood? Really? So I do think that's odd. I mean, it would be so fucking crazy if Jughead was a part of this, because, like, Jughead's such a vital character. I mean, it's literally Archie, Veronica, Betty, Jughead. Like, that's the core four. Of course, Cheryl and Tony, all them. But when you think about it, that's the core four. It has been since season 1. And so, like, if Jughead turned out to somehow be connected to this, it would literally, like, fuck you up. Because, like, I don't know how... Madison. I don't know how you would go from there. Because, like, I mean, it would definitely be fucking cool. I mean, you could definitely go somewhere from there. I mean, definitely he's not going to be blamed because maybe he is somehow being controlled, or maybe he is drinking the Kool-Aid. I don't know. But, like, that did intrigue me because, like, it is kind of weird that he knew she was in there when she didn't even say anything. Like, it's just something to think about. So I definitely was thinking about that. So I wanted to include that because I thought that was interesting. And it would be interesting also if, like, this entire time, Jughead's been doing little things for the Gargoyle King without really knowing it. Like, this whole time he thinks he's maybe, like, actually trying to beat the Gargoyle King, but really he's just doing what he wants him to do. That's a theory in itself, right there. Okay, let's see if I can actually finish making this fucking video. Sorry for the music in the background. That is my roommate. She's taking a shower, therefore the music is playing, and therefore I can do nothing about it. So, let's jump back into the video. Because, of course, I stopped it abruptly because my sweet mate came a-knocking. So, hopefully, I can put that clip and this whole clip together so I don't have to do this again. We'll see. Good luck to me. Future me. Because this is present me. So, yes. Okay, so I was talking about the whole Jughead thing. So basically, I had finished my thought on that. I guess I never really thought of Jughead drinking the Kool-Aid or being part of that. Like, I remember when he was, like, kind of, like, nutso when he was playing the game with, like, Cheryl and Tony and Fangs. Like, I remember he was kind of, like, or Sweet Pea. I remember he was, like, kind of nutso about, like, the game and shit. Like, he was taking it a little too fucking serious. So, like, I remember that, but since then, it's kind of died down completely. He's just kind of, like, trying to figure out who the fucking Gargoyle King is, not, well, he is playing the game, not because he wants to, but because the Gargoyle King is making him, maybe because this is what he wants, because this is his plan all fucking long, just like Betty going to Edgar for safety. I mean, I know she went to her mom, but of course Edgar was right there to offer safety, and of course she's gonna take it when she's a 17-year-old girl alone in a big-ass fucking house. Oh, wait. She doesn't even have the big house anymore. I was gonna say she lives alone, but she's a 17-year-old girl who is staying with a friend. She's staying with Veronica, but it's like, some girls would actually like their mother, especially when their serial killer father is out there trying to kill them. Or so they think, because that will come later. So yeah, the whole Jughead thing, I mean, that would be fucking awesome. Honestly, I wish the writers would do something cool like that, but I feel like they wouldn't. I'm not gonna say why, but I think if you know me well enough, you know why they would probably not do that. But then again, it would be fucking awesome. I mean, just think about, what if everything Jughead's done to try and stop the Gargoyle King has just been the Gargoyle King's plan all along, and Jughead does not know this, and is unintentionally playing his game to the way he wants. That'd be nuts. But I love that comment. Like, thank you for saying that, because that made me really think, because it's true. Bitch, how you know she's in that closet? Like, I don't understand. Like, she didn't make any noise. Just It is odd. It is fucking odd. I mean, yeah, you could say, oh, well, you know, that's just the place that you would think to look, or, oh, because the principal and Jughead used to live there. But why that place of all places? And how he didn't see the Black Hood? He literally came, what, not even 30 seconds after the Black Hood? No. I just don't believe it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying Jughead's bad or anything. I'm just saying that is odd. That, I will admit, is odd. And I didn't think about it until she pointed it out. And then I was like, that's kind of fucking true. Like, how did he know? Like, and he didn't see anyone? Like, how did he... Oh my god, that'd be so awesome. Please, writers, let this happen. And I'm not saying this because, oh, I want Betty and Jughead to break up. No, I'm saying this because this would be so fucking cool for Jughead's storyline. Oh my god, that'd be so exciting. Ah! I kind of wish it happens now. But anyways, moving on from the whole Jughead theory... now we're going to get into more people who I think is a possible Gargoyle King. And the next one on my list. Now, I had Hiram Lodge. However, I don't know if it's Hiram Lodge, you know, because I think his storyline more so involves Archie, whereas also his storyline more so involves Archie. Also, his voice will come into play later when I talk about the Black Hood Impostor. His voice will come back into play later about that. But I crossed out Hiram because, as we all remember, Hiram was in his office and he was drinking his, you know, scotch, and he was talking to the Gargoyle King. And now, to me, that either represented him seeing himself as this Gargoyle King, or him actually worshipping and talking to this Gargoyle King that is real. Hold on, my roommate needs me. Okay, so like I was saying, sorry, had to go get my roommate's laundry. Hiram Lodge. Okay, so, like I said, his voice will come into play later on in this story I'm telling, basically. I don't know, whatever, rant, whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, him facing that Gargoyle King, it represented those two things to me. So, him, the Gargoyle King, I don't know. I have him X'd out, but I still wrote him. So, there's still that part of me that thinks it could be him, but there's also a huge part that thinks it's not him at all. Which, most likely, it probably isn't, to be honest. Next up, which again fits the description of the man who got the tattoo a year prior to Kurt's. And that is... Those are my drums. Tom Keller. Yes, Kevin Keller's dad. You know, the one who's been helping Archie, but not really focusing on his son, or the fact that he's joined a cult. I mean, I guess, oh, his son is happy, he's happy, but do you not see the change in your son? Do you not see your son? Do you not see him at, like, what he's wearing to school? Like, it's a little weird, dude. Like, it's weird. So that is odd to me that Tom plays no part in this. Like, we have not gotten any Tom and Kevin scenes for a while now, it seems. And it's like, it doesn't make sense to me that, like, Tom will be, like, in a scene with Archie, but yet he has no scenes with Kevin, and it's like, do you not see what's going on with Kevin? Like, you can tell there's a change in Kevin, and it's like, where the fuck is his dad with this shit? Like, is it because he's the Gargoyle King, and he's working at the farm, and he wants Kevin to be part of the farm? I mean, is it just the writer's not gonna do anything about that part? Like, they're not caring, that's not an important enough part to show? Or is he just happy that he's happy? I don't know, but to me it's just a little odd. And also, we haven't seen him that much, which could also mean that he is the Gargoyle King, because if he's not in scenes doing things where we actually see what he's doing, then what is he doing? I mean, he could be still in the episode, but just the Gargoyle King, you know? So, and I mean, he does fit the look. And, I mean, it would be a shocker, to be honest. I mean, Tom Keller, like, that would be a shocker if he was the Gargoyle King. Now, I know it's probably far-fetched, but I definitely think he's a contender. You can't rule him out. Like, if we're going off the Sandy Volunteer and the Blue Eyes, you can't rule him out. And I'm not ruling him out right now, so he's a contender in my book. The next person is Hal Cooper. Now, I don't think Hal Cooper is the Gargoyle King. I mean, first off, yeah, he was, you know, locked up. Unless he, like, somehow snuck out and became the Gargoyle King and had all these gargoyles following him, then I don't see him being the Gargoyle King. I mean, just don't see it, you know? I could see him maybe doing things for the Gargoyle King, which I will get into maybe later. Not maybe, but which I will get into later. But why I put Hal Cooper, it's because he's still alive. I'm sorry, he's not dead. Okay? Yes, you found his hand, you know? Yeah, a hand that he easily could have cut off from the handcuffs and got out of the bus. Just because you found a hand doesn't mean shit. Okay? He can still very well be alive. So, that, I don't think he is the Gargoyle King. I mean, he's already the Black Hood, like, that's already right there enough. I mean, if you have him also the Gargoyle King, it's like, really? Also, why can't it be a girl? Like, seriously, why can't it fucking be a girl? Just saying, it should be a girl. Ooh, who else, girl? Ooh, I don't know, who else? Like, it'd be so cool if it was a fucking girl. Man, I wish it was Evelyn. I hope it's Evelyn. Okay, so that's another one. Hal Cooper's not really a contender. I don't see him being the Gargoyle King at all, no. Honestly, I mean, if they did have him the Gargoyle King, that would just suck, because, like, dude, he's already Black Hood. Like, wow, he's a Gargoyle King now, too? Okay, so he's hurt and killed more people, yay. You know, no. If he was going to come back, I want him as back as the Black Hood, not as the Gargoyle King. So Hal Cooper's not a contender, but, you know, I had him on my list, because he's still alive. Another one is Chick, which we all know is alive and well, but where is he exactly? We have not seen him in a good minute. So where is he? We all know he's going to come back into play. We know he ain't just gone for good. He's coming back into play in some way. So who's to say if that Chick never left, that Chick in fact stayed, and that he became this Gargoyle King? Maybe he somehow discovered secrets of the Midnight Club and got the idea from them. Who knows, you know? I mean, he studied the family enough from Charles to know enough to get into the house and make them think, oh yeah, I'm your son, when in reality, I'm fucking not. I'm the person who killed your son. Killed your son. Because, is he dead? No. That's my thought, another theory, is it is, in fact, Charles Cooper, which would be jaw-dropping. Actually, that would be jaw-dropping, because we all know that Ethel tells Jughead, you know, next episode, who the Gargoyle King is. And he's like, what? And that's not possible, something along those lines. Like, he shook. And what if it's Charles Cooper? And to him, that's impossible, because Charles Cooper's dead. So there's no way that he could be the Gargoyle King, right? But he could, because there was never any body found. There's no gravestone or gravesite. So all we have is bloody sheets. And one day he just disappeared. Who's to say he didn't run away to the farm? I mean, really, who's to say he's not been a part of the farm this whole time? Or who's to say he didn't just run off and start this Gargoyle King stuff? You know, we don't know. Like, I honestly think it could very well be Charles. I mean, I think that would be a huge, like, shock to people. First off, it would introduce, you know, the baby that FP and Alice had, you know, that they share, you know. It would introduce that. It would also introduce that he's still fucking alive. And also, it would, like, shake us to our core, because, like, holy shit, this is Charles Cooper. He's been doing this. And then again, it's like, oh, well, you already have Hal, who was a fucking serial killer. But to be fair, he's not the real dad of Charles. So, it doesn't really count. But still, it would still, like, be Cooper, you know? But, like, what if it is Charles Cooper? What if all along he was planning this? You know, this family that didn't want him, that had this perfect life, that turned him away in his eyes. Maybe he was planning this. Like the writer said in the beginning of season 1, you know, what if everything happening in these seasons is leading up to something bigger? And what if this is the bigger? It being Charles Cooper. Just saying. So, those are my Gargoyle King theories, you know, about who it could be, who's the Gargoyle King. I'm sure I'll think of, like, others. But right now, these are the people I have. Mostly guys, because like I said, I'm going off that, you know, blonde hair and blue eyes, for all we know, isn't actually the Gargoyle King. But whatever, still going off it. And also, gotta include some people that I just think could be, like Evelyn, which, if it's not Charles, it should be Evelyn, just saying. Or Chick. One of the three. One of the three would be the best choice, in my opinion. I think Edgar would be a little too obvious, probably. I mean, Tom would be good, but I don't know if they'd do that, but it still would be good. But then again, another guy, like, why can't it be a girl? What if it's Hermione Lodge? I don't know why. I just want to say that for some reason. Hermione Lodge. What if it's her? No. Oh my god, what if it turns out to be true? That'd be so cool. No, it's not her, but she came into my head. So now we're going to talk about the Black Hood imposter. Why I say imposter is because I rewatched the scene where Betty was getting attacked in the, when she was getting attacked in the registrar's office, and in that scene, when the person tries to slice her, you can hear them like make a hiss. And to me, it sounded like Hal Cooper, but it didn't. Like, it sounded like him, but also it didn't. Because, like, first off, if this was Hal Cooper, he wouldn't have a right hand because he had to cut it off to get off the bus. And secondly, he wouldn't actually be trying to kill his daughter. I just don't think he would. I mean, there's just no fucking way. And this person was trying to kill Betty. So I don't think that her dad was the Black Hood in that moment. But the voice does sound a little like him. But then again, it is just a... But listening to it over and over again, it sounded like Hal, but then again, it could be Tom. You definitely can see that it is a white, older male built. It just sounds so familiar, but I can't pinpoint exactly. It sounds like Hal, but I know it's not him. I mean, it could be, but at the same time, that doesn't make sense. And I just don't understand why he would try and kill Betty. And this person was really trying to kill her. So there's no way you could say, oh, well, he wasn't actually trying to kill her. No, he really was. And he had a right hand, which, yeah, it could be fake, but that looked real, dude. Even though it was covered with the glove, they looked real, okay? So that's all I'm saying. So that's why I think Hal Cooper, but I just don't think it's him. So, like, I don't know who the voice is. It could be Tom. I don't know. Maybe it is Tom. It just, because it didn't sound like Hiram. It did not sound like Hiram Lodge. I mean, God, I don't know. I'm trying to think. It kind of sounded like, almost like a karate, like a samurai sword. Like, someone makes that noise when they're in a battle. And I'm like, and it was also a giant hook, which is very odd. Why a giant hook? And who has access to a giant hook also? Like, I don't know. It was so weird. I put FP Jones on here, question mark, because, like, I mean, who knows, maybe. But, like, I don't honestly think it's FP Jones. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know, the voice, it just sounds so familiar. And I'm trying to think of all the guys, because obviously it was an older gentleman, white, built. And I'm trying to think of these older guys. So Hiram Lodge, like I said, didn't sound like the voice at all. So I really don't think it's Hiram. Also, like I said, the hook, like, who would have access to that hook is a big question. I thought of Pops because, like, I mean, it is a diner, but then again, it's like, clearly it wasn't Pop, so, I mean, they could have just easily just picked it up anywhere or whatever, but for some reason, I feel like it has more significance. Oh my god, did I say that right?
Significance.
Yeah, I said it right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Significance.
Okay, I always mess up my words. Yeah, it just had more meaning than I think was shown. I don't know, giant hook, that's just weird, a giant hook. Like, where would you get that? Like, that's not just something you pick up, okay? I'm sorry, it's just not. So...
The hashling slasher.
Please. The hook on the car, run! No. So, yeah, so I had Hal Cooper, which I had no, and then maybe, because the voice thing, but you listen to the voice and you tell me what you think, because it sounds like a little bit like Hal, but also it could be Tom, or anybody fucking else in Riverdale, but I searched fucking all the Riverdale characters, and no one really matched that. Like, I'm gonna have to search again and see, maybe, like, I don't know, some connections or something. I don't know, it's getting me. But, okay, so Tom Keller. I also included the imposter chick, was another one I included, or Charles Cooper is another one I included, because if he's not the Gargoyle King, maybe he's working for the Gargoyle King. That would be another thing, which I would prefer him to be the Gargoyle King instead of working for the Gargoyle King. But whoever fucking, yeah, I mean, it could very well be Chick. I mean, but the guy was built, so, and Chick's not built. And, like, there's no way he got that big all of a sudden. Like, this was an older gentleman. So Chick and Charles don't really vibe with me. And if Charles is the Gargoyle King, then clearly he wouldn't be the imposter, because he can't be in two places at once. So, it's like, I don't know. It's like, fuck, it's like Tom Keller or Hal Cooper, or is it someone completely unexpected? Because I just don't think it's Hal Cooper. He just would not try to kill his daughter. I'm sorry, he wouldn't. He thinks she's like him, so like he wants to groom her, not kill her. Okay, so that was my Black Hood imposter theories. Sorry, that was long. But yeah, that was my Black Hood imposter theories. Listen to that little sound that the Black Hood makes and just tell me, who does it sound like? It sounds so familiar. I can't pinpoint it. Okay, so. Okay, now on to talking about episode 21, which is The Dark Secret of Harvest House. And basically, this is what it is about. We've all saw the promo, the preview, so basically you know. But basically, we see Betty being dragged by two people. Not surprising, you are at a cult, so could have told you that. Ethel Muggs tells Jughead who the Gargoyle King is, or so we think. Which I think she actually does, because I'm guessing we're going to find out by the end of the season. Hello. Archie versus Hiram. If Archie beats Hiram, he will leave Riverdale for good, ? Because will he really? He didn't keep his truth, so I don't think he'll keep this one. So, yeah. But of course, we have Archie versus Hiram still. That's still going on. Hopefully, that will end at the end of this season as well, because it's been going on a little too long now. Come on. And not to mention, he's basically fighting for Veronica, so, like, that's just, of course, always fighting for something, always a girl. Then Archie, oh yeah, I did put that. Archie boxing Hiram for Veronica, but also himself, ? Because even though he is boxing for Veronica, because, you know, he lied to her about owning, you know, Pops and all that, even though he is fighting for her, I think he's also fighting for himself, because, hello, Elio and Hiram on Elio's side coming for him, so, I mean, he's gonna have to defend himself, of course. And it's like, and like Hiram said, let's end this once and for all, and please let's just move on from this shit. It's annoying. Betty raises questions after witnessing some strange activities at the farm. I'm sorry, was seeing two babies thrown in a fire in your backyard not strange enough? Right? I mean, I think you've seen enough strange shit, dude. That's literally something that happened. Like,
two babies got thrown in a fire.
Yeah.
What the fuck are y'all watching?
Riverdale. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Like, seriously, dude.
You saw two babies get thrown in a fire?
Yeah!
That's
and yet, there's some fucking... And yet, raises questions after witnessing some strange activity. Bitch! It's a cult! What do you expect to happen? People just...
Fuck.
It's a fucking cult!
These were two babies in a fire?
Yeah, they lived. They floated above the fire. This is some demonic shit in my eyes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're worshiping the devil and shit. Like, ooh, fans of some shit.
No, thank you.
Yeah, they crazy shit. So that's, of course, something that happens. I mean, I don't know what crazy shit you can see at the farm except for normal cult stuff, but I'm excited to see what else we see. Jughead finds himself one step closer to the Gargoyle King, who he really is, which we, of course, know because of Ethel Muggs. Girl, you better deliver. Don't be giving us the runaround. We want to know the truth. Okay, Gargoyle Secret and the Farm Secrets. Okay, I don't know why I included that. Oh, that's a part of it too, is you'll find out the Gargoyle King secret and you'll find out farm secrets. That's why I included that. Now on to episode 22, which is the finale, which is Apocalypto. Oh my god. If I didn't have such a dry mouth.
Apocalyptic?
Sorry guys, dry mouth, also can't say some of the words, so whatever, fuck off. No. Sorry. Yeah, I know. No, I hate it. I hate when I can't say words. What? That's what I thought. No, it's titled Apocalypto, and I did some research on this, and, okay, so this might have nothing to do with it, this might have something to do with it. I don't know what goes on in Roberto's head and the writer's head, so, yeah. But I searched that word, and it was actually a movie by Mel Gibson, and he defined the word as a new beginning or an unveiling, or a revelation. And the Greek word means I uncover, disclose, or reveal. So, episode 22, I think that pretty much resonates with episode 22 because every secret will be coming out. And what I mean by that is not only the Gargoyle King secrets and the farm secrets and all that coming out more and more, but also Also, where is it? Archie, Betty, Veronica, and Jughead are confronted to finally face the evils of their past once and for all. Yes. Which, if you remember, there's a picture of two people under a tree in the finale, which is later now determined as Veronica and Archie, which, if that means they're getting back together, this show fucking sucks. It's failing. Like, God, it can do really good sometimes, and then it can just fail. Like, if they seriously get back together, that is such bullshit. Like, God.
You're saying something bad about Riverdale?
Yeah, dude, because I'm over it.
Oh.
Like, damn. It's bad enough that he literally didn't even be single that long. He jumped right in with Josie, and then all of a sudden Josie's gone, and now he's jumping in with Veronica, and it's like, I know they're friends, but, like, the writers keep trying to seem like they're pushing him more and more towards being together, and it's like, I don't want that! Jesus! Fucking move forward, not backwards! Learn how to write a show. God, if they get back together, I'm so fucking over it. Like, because that is them in the picture. Just so we know, once for all, that is Veronica and Archie in the picture. I don't know why they're under the fucking tree. Maybe... Oh, I was like, okay. I don't know why they're in the fucking tree. Maybe they're each other's, like, evils from the past. I don't know, because we all know, like, if Veronica probably never would have showed up in Riverdale, then Archie's life probably would have been better off. Let's be honest.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, it's true, because of him meeting her and him dating her, that led to this huge battle between her and her father, who is, like, relentless and powerful and framed him for murder, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why he was in juvie?
Yeah.
I saw that shit.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking powerful. Like, ugh. So, yeah, they're in the tree, of course. Oh, God, please don't get back together. So, okay, so I wrote evils of their past. So I was thinking evils of their past, and I didn't know how far back or how close we were going to be. Like, is it really far back? Is it not too far back? Is it recent? I didn't know. So I put a little few of my evils of their past, what my thoughts are. For Archie, I put his evils of his past are Cassidy, Hiram, the Black Hood, Warden Norton, and Randy Ronson, maybe. Because, you know, people died. And Hiram and the Black Hood were part of, you know, his dad and all that stuff. So that's why I think his. For Betty, I think it's the Black Hood chick, the junkie that she helped clean up the blood and all that stuff after, you know, Alice killed him. And Hal Cooper, which also is the Black Hood. So Black Hood / Hal Cooper. And then I also have Dark Betty, because I don't know, maybe that would be so fucking cool if, like, she confronts herself and, like, her dark side. Ooh, girl, that'd be so cool. But then again, I don't know. Riverdale doesn't do shit like that, really. For Jughead, I would go Penny Peabody, the Ghoulies, mostly Malachi, the leader, of course, Kurtz, the Gargoyle King. Not Gladys Jones. I don't see Gladys Jones. For Veronica, I put Hiram, herself, Hermione, Nick, ? And maybe also Archie, because maybe, you know, she feels guilty for everything that has happened to him. Not saying it was all her fault, but if she never would have arrived in Riverdale, then and he never would have met her, then his life never would have went this way, and he never would have lost his innocence and became such a different person. So, just saying. So that's who I think is, like, you know, kind of their evils of their past facing them once and for all. Also, another thing said is chaos ensues at the farm when Edgar makes a chilling announcement. Now, this either means he is leaving, or he is going to tell everyone that they must die tonight in order to fully ascend. Those are my two things, because it's a chilling announcement. So either he's leaving, but that doesn't sound like a very chilling announcement. That sounds like a shocking announcement. But the chilling announcement sounds like, oh, we must all die tonight, drink the Kool-Aid, and ascend, and we will fully be one. Because like they say, the one are many, and the many are one. Like a fucking cult would say. It's fucking crazy. So that's what I think the chilling announcement is. Also, in the finale, so you know, Cheryl will also be in it. Hermione will also be in it. Alice will be in it. FP, Hiram, Tony, and Kevin. So they will also all be in the finale, just so you know. That means they're playing a part in something. Maybe Kevin's like an evil past.
Kevin's the Gargoyle King.
Dude, no. That'd be wicked. I think it's his dad, honestly.
Nope, Kevin. Now.
No, it's not Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin's part of the farm. Kevin doesn't have time for this shit.
No, he's got time. He's making time. Kevin.
Yeah, not Kevin. But yeah, that'd be crazy. Fuck no, don't be Kevin. Like, I love Kevin. Like, damn, he still needs more screen time. And not as a fucking cult follower either, where he's all like, no. Yeah, my friend doesn't watch Riverdale, but now she's hearing some of it. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about all that, talk about who I think the Gargoyle King is, who I think the Black Hood Impostor was, if he was even an imposter. Episode 21 I wanted to talk about, and what it's about, and what I think. Episode 22, which is the finale, I wanted to talk about, because like I said, there's a lot about it. And also something to mention that also went with the word, that also went with the word, is everything has a beginning and an end. So, I think we all know what that means. Higher Lodge versus Archie Andrews. There was a beginning, now there will be an end. Gargoyle King versus Jughead Jones. Now there was a beginning, now there will be an end. This is it. Like, this is the ending. I really think that Apocalypto by Mel Gibson is relating to this and what this episode is going to be about. Uncovering the truth and facing your demons and taking down those evil people. And, I just really think it's going to be a great episode. I can't wait. Except for, Archie and Veronica being on their tree together. Unless, I don't know, they're confronting each other's... I don't know. I don't know. They're under the tree for some fucking reason. They're probably going to kiss, and it's just stupid. I'm not even here for it. Whatever. If they get back together... we are going so back in time. Seriously, breaking them up and then getting them back together at the end of the season does not mean shit, okay? That does not make us people happy. I'm saying Barchi fans, but fans who are, fans of, not Varchi and not fucking Bughead and not them being together 24/7. Now, Varchi at least had some actual relationship conflicts. Bughead does not. So, change it up a little, damn. Honestly, they need to do something, because, I do not want Veronica and Archie back together. I feel let's hope they don't go there. Let's pray they don't. Jesus, we can't even get a Betty and Archie scene, let alone a fucking Veronica and Archie scene 24/7. It drives me nuts. Betty is Archie's best friend, and yet Veronica is his friend, and she gets more time with him than Betty ever did in the past 3 seasons. What the actual fuck? The writers kind of fucking suck sometimes. I know to some people, the show is going downhill, and it's kind of getting stupid and stuff, and yeah, I will admit at certain points it's getting stupid, but also it's really fucking cool, and, I like cults, and I like this whole Gargoyle King, and I like figuring things out, and I like deaths and quests and all that, and I do like this season, but when it comes to the characters, relationships, their storylines, that's where I have a problem. That's where the issue is. And just praying that things go good. God, something happens. Please, just Veronica and Archie, do not get back together. Do not. Because if they get back together, most likely, I said this on Twitter, most likely because they're juniors in high school right now. So in season 4, I'm guessing they're going to be fucking...
Juniors.
Yeah. So I guess in season 4, they're going to be, of course, seniors. So I don't really see the show continuing after high school. So if season 4 is their last season, then most likely we'll probably get a little bit of Archie, but then Veronica and Archie and Betty and Jughead will be endgame, because the show constantly fucking says every time about every person is endgame. Literally, Josie even said to Archie, oh, we're not endgame. What does that fucking have to do with dating someone? Just because you're not going to end up together in the long run does not mean shit. You can still date them. Are you getting married right now? You're a fucking junior in high school. Calm down. I hate that they use endgame for every fucking little thing. So I'm so tired of it. But I said that on my Twitter, because it's honestly, if season 4 is the last season, then I see Barchi getting a little bit. Maybe we get Barchi, if that at all, if we even do get them. Hopefully we do. Fucking who knows. But maybe we get a little bit of Barchi, and then Bughead and Barchi end up together in their endgame, and that's the way the show goes, because You know, the writers just didn't give a shit about how their relationships were. They just cared more about who the new villain was and all this crazy shit to put in the show and all these new characters when you don't even focus enough on the characters who's been there since season 1. But okay. So anyways, yeah, that's what I wanted to rant about, talk about, and, you know, just have my theories out there. I've been doing some research and thinking about things, so I wanted to put that out there. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, let me know what you think about that voice, because, like, who do you think it is? It sounds so fucking familiar, and do you think it sounds like Hal too? Because it does a little bit. Come on now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna go.